A very good afternoon and welcome to more of the latest update in regarding the situation that took place at the early hours of this morning right inside the premises and also the residence of Chief Sunday Igboho. Let's go straight with the anthem and then we kickstart the program.
Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa, orílẹ̀-èdè wa, kàgbéga, kàgbéga, kàgbéga fàlẹ́rí. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bá ti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́. Ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ni ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lépa. Tẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ ògbàdìde bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀.
1st of July 2021, exactly 1:36 p.m. right from the southwest of Yoruba land. My name is Olayomi Koike and also the spokesman for Chief Sunday Igboho. And I'm sure since morning we've been giving you all the latest updates and development in regarding the situation of the attack on his residence in Soka at the early hours of this morning, just about 1:30 a.m. We've also come again with more updates. And like I said, we will be giving this update as quickly as much of what we have and what we know so that we can keep the international community and also those of you at home and outside the country what the developments are. This development, and I'm about to release the development that took place just about some few hours ago. And then again, these are ongoing situation. As I speak to you right now, the situation has not yet been, it's not yet over. As you know, if I'm just going to recap quickly the whole incident, which I'm sure millions of people from around the world have been able to watch and listen to what has happened since about 1:30 a.m. today. What I can tell you is, yes, there was a kind of invasion into Chief Sunday Igboho's residence in Soka in Ibadan at about 1:30 a.m. I can also now confirm that this is not just the military that came into the premises. I can authoritatively confirm officially that we also have the Department of State Security, which a lot of you know as DSS. DSS was also involved. I'll be giving you a little bit more background to what we know in terms of what happened and how there was a kind of collaboration between the DSS and the Nigerian army, and likewise, the foreign invasion of those that believe, those that you might think are Nigerian army, but they are not Nigerian army. Also, we told you that 2 people were killed. One of those individuals that was killed was not just shot by a bullet. From the information that we've got, he was murdered, cold-blooded. That is why you saw the pool of blood. This individual was killed, in a way that I don't really want to explain to you. But when I say it was not killed by the gun, I'm sure you all understand what that means. It's a different thing when somebody gets killed by the gun. So that means if you look at the pool of the blood on the floor, you would know that that kind of killing wouldn't have been a kind of a gunshot So this individual, out of the two people that was killed, was shot, was not shot by the gun, which maybe what we thought. But now that we're gathering more information and we're reviewing so many things that is coming up, he was murdered, cold-blooded. Again, out of the two people that was killed, one of them was killed cold-blooded as well. Also, the second person that was killed, from the information that was reaching me, that person was killed while he was praying, the Islamic prayer that I'm sure a lot of you that are Muslim will understand, what I mean by that. So these are the two individuals that I can confirm have died. We still have people. Okay, can you help me get that information out? Also, I will give you the reference number of the bullet, which I also have with me. I'll be giving that information out as well, and we'll be sharing that particular, evidence of the bullet. There were multiple loads of bullets that was fired into the house. When I say fired, from the information that I gathered as well, when they arrived into the premises, they had to force the gate open, and there was also a conversation between someone on the phone with the groups of people that were on the ground, and the message that was coming out, from the person relaying, the information on the ground was that everybody should be killed, right inside the building where Chief Sunday Igboho lives. So that means it was not just a kind of a, let us come down to speak to Chief Sunday or arrest him. It was coming down to let us kill Chief Sunday Igboho. So that is exactly what has happened, and that is exactly, what I can confirm to you as well. Now let us give you, some of the latest update that we have. After the whole scenario that took place at the early hours of this morning, we told you when we got, when we started at about, early hours of the morning, that some of the people living inside the house were taken away, which we still can confirm that yes, 10 out of them are still in the hands of what we now call the DSS. Why did I say the DSS? We can confirm as well that some of the women have been released from those that were taken away from the house, but not every one of the women have been released, but some of them have been released, which I can confirm. Also, we have some of the men that are still in the hands of the DSS. So let me explain what has happened from the eyewitness. Now we're talking to the eyewitness, which we've been able to, kind of get a bit of more background of what has happened. While we were probably running the show, DSS were running the program rather. DSS was already driving them as far as Akure, where they were eventually dropped off at Akure. So Akure was where the women were released back and told to find their way back home. But before they got to Akure, the soldiers that came with them, remember we told you soldiers came with them as well. The soldiers went back at exactly at Iwo Road. So while they left the house, the soldiers, came back from the soldiers came back out of the movement that the DSS continue into Akure. So if you are somebody that knows the territory very well, you can see that the distance from Iwo Road to Akure, I'm not sure the kilometer, but if you walk out exactly the distance, it will have taken more than an hour drive, from Iwo Road to Akure. So it now indicates that it was not just the soldiers or the Nigerian military that came, to that particular, resident, we can also confirm that the DSS was also involved in this atrocity that have not just killed 2 innocent Yoruba, but have also taken away 10, able-bodied with them as well. Let us look at it this way. I've been able to look at how many barracks do we have in your state. We do have, and this is the bullet, and I'm going to be giving you the reference number that I have. We're going to be circulating that, in a short while. But that is the bullet, and there are so many of them. You might want to take a pen for those of you that are watching us right now and take down this reference number. This is the bullet details that I have in front of me. So those of you that are in the military, those of you that knows, the weapons or knows how the bullets are, you might be able to also, while we are doing our own background check, but I have with me here 7/62 X-ray 39 Sarah Tango Victor. Group A.S. Again, I'm going to go very, very slowly. This is 7 with the column 6-2 X-ray 39 Sarah Tango Victor. Group A.S. These are the weapon, or the bullet rather, that was used today at the Chief Sunday residence, which eventually killed 2 people. Again, out of these 2 individuals, one of them was not killed by the bullet. He was murdered at the very cold-blooded way. And I'm sure if you look at the pool of blood, I don't want to go into too much details, but you can understand if somebody was killed with a bullet, it would be different if somebody was murdered, and that was why you saw the pool of blood. It's not the pool of blood from the gunshot. Yes, the other person was killed by the gunshot. So I'm going to give you the reference number again for the benefit of those of you that wants to put that into your diary. And I'm sure while we are going through our own investigation, we will be submitting all this evidence to the international community, and want to find out why the DSS and also the Nigerian military with the international hired assassin came into the residence of Chief Sunday Igboho's house, and the mission was to kill. The mission was not to, to leave anybody behind, but again, 10 people have been taken away. I can also confirm, just like I said earlier, that now that we were able to narrow down from those that were taken away from the house, they've taken them all the way to Akure and dropped them off. That means the remaining vehicle continue making its way to Abuja, and I'm sure, looking at the time now, is exactly 2 o'clock. I'm sure they're probably either very close to Abuja or thereabout as well. Again, how many barracks are very close to Iwo Road? We have the Ojodogbo barracks, which is a very big one. I'm sure I think the Mokola barracks, I think the Ojodogo barracks is the biggest one when you talk about the barracks that we have in Oyo State. But the one in Mokola is also very close. This DSS from the eyewitness, and when I say the eyewitness, this was one of the individual that have been released that I spoke to just about 40 minutes ago before I came on air again. She was able to tell me that they covered the faces. I'm talking about the one from the DSS. But the military, not every one of them covered their faces. And like I said again, they spoke fluently in French. So what we can, what I can narrow down, from the information that we've gathered, and this is again, ongoing development. So I will be coming in and out to give you latest update and to tell the international community and every one of you out there, that this is the situation. I know a lot of you believe in one Nigeria, but the question you need to ask yourself is, one Nigeria has actually killed 2 innocent lives for nothing. We have terrorists, moving around the country. We have ISWAP moving around the country. We have Boko Haram, and I would have expect, the military and the DSS to be right there, looking for these, criminals and bandits and terrorists that is killing, some of your families, some of your loved ones that can't travel from one end to the other. And, just like I always say, prior to this, that everybody is in danger. It is not just, the individuals that are speaking. It is not about Chief Sunday Igboho. You are already in danger, because you can't travel from your village, to the next village. You can't move from Lagos to Ekiti at your own convenient time without thinking of, Boko Haram or the Fulani herdsmen or the Fulani that are going to attack and kill you. So if you're looking at it that, I'm going to back out, because I'm scared already because of this situation, then you got to think about it again. Now for me to come down and speak our own language for the benefit of those that might want to hear the clarity as well. Nígbà tí a wá ní àárọ̀ àti sọ oríṣiríṣi tí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ilé bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho, lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí orúkọ tèmi ní Ọláyọmí Kóìkì, agbẹnusọ Chief Sunday Igboho. In tí a fẹ́ sọ nísìn òun ni láti fi kún intatin sọ́bọ̀ láti aago kan àbọ̀ nígbàtí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yẹn bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní ilé bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho. A jẹ́ kí gbogbo yín mọ̀ pé èèyàn méjì ni wọ́n pa nínú ilé yẹn. Lára àwọn méjì tó pa yẹn, a lè sọ fún yín pé ìkànnù wọn ṣe pé wọ́n yìnbọn fún wọ́n pa ni, nítorí pé tẹ́yìn kan bá rí àgbàrá ẹ̀jẹ̀ tí ẹ rí tí a fi wọ̀n tó ti ń lọ káàkiri gbogbo orí social media, ẹ rí pé tẹ bá ń bira yín pé báwo ló ṣe ríyàn pa tí ẹ̀jẹ̀ pọ̀ báyìí, wọ́n pa kò ń ṣe ti ìbọn, but ìyẹn lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n ti gbé òkú àwọn méjèèjì tí wọ́n pa yẹn, wọ́n ti gbé wọn lọ, ó wà lọ́wọ́ ìjọba lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí. But in tí a fẹ́ fàyọ́ ń bẹ̀ ni pé àwọn 10 sì wà lọ́wọ́ ìjọba DSS tí ó wá gbé wọn. So kò ń ṣe Nigerian Army nìkan ló wá, àwọn DSS náà tẹ̀lé wọn wá sínú ọgbà yẹn. Àwọn DSS yẹn dẹ̀ ló ń gbé àwọn 10 yẹn lọ. Àwọn tó kù ni wọ́n jábọ́lẹ̀ ní Àkúrẹ́. Bọ̀kọ́ tó dé Àkúrẹ́ nígbà tí wọ́n dé Ìwó road, wọ́n ní àwọn sójà tí wọ́n drive tẹ̀lé wọn lẹ́yìn, àwọn yẹn padà sẹ́yìn bí a báràkì wọn ní amọ̀kí báràkì méjì ló wà ní tòsí agbègbè yẹn, Òdógbó barak àti Mọ́kọ́lá. A lè sọ èwo náà àwọn báràkì yẹn ni àwọn army tí wọ́n lò láti fi bá DSS wá ṣiṣẹ́ jàǹbá tí wọ́n ṣe ní ọ̀dọ̀ bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho. But in tí mo tún lè sọ fún yín ni pé wọ́n ti fi àwọn lára àwọn obìnrin sílẹ̀, àmọ́ kò ń ṣe gbogbo wọn. Àwọn 10 sì wà ní ọwọ́ wọn bí ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́. So tá bá wá wo ìrìn àjò láti Ìwó road, ìbéèrè tí a máa bira wa fún àwọn tó láǹfààní àti mọ ọ̀nà yẹn dáadáa ni pé distance wo ni láti Ìwó road dé Àkúrẹ́. Àkúrẹ́ ni wọ́n ti já àwọn èèyàn sílẹ̀, àwọn tí mo ní wọ́n fi sílẹ̀ tí mo lè sọ fún yín pé wọ́n ti padà sí ilé lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí, bọ̀ kò ń ṣe gbogbo wọn ni wọ́n fi sílẹ̀. Àwọn 10 sì wà lọ́wọ́ DSS. Àbújá dẹ̀ níbi tí wọ́n ń kọrí lọ. Tá bá wo aago nísìn, a rí pé aago 2 ó kù díẹ̀, wọ́n ní 2.5 hours láti Ìwó road dé Àkúrẹ́. So gbogbo gbà táwa fi ń sọ pé wọ́n ti wá, nígbà yẹn làwọn ti gbéra kan bí ọwọ́ bí aago 5 nígbà tó parí iṣẹ́ jàǹbá tí wọ́n wá ṣe, tí oríṣiríṣi jàǹbá yẹn bí wọ́n bá dé ilé bàbá wa Chief Sunday, ẹ rí pé iṣẹ́ tó ṣe síbẹ̀ kò ń ṣe iṣẹ́ kékeré. Ọ̀tàbọn ó wà ní gbogbo ara ilé pátápátá. So kò ń ṣe pé wọ́n wá fún tèrètèrè, wọ́n wá láti wá ṣe jàǹbá gidi ni. So tí bá ń fi àwòrán ilé yẹn wọ̀nyí, a máa gbé wá sójú kámẹ́rà díẹ̀díẹ̀, ẹ rí pé òkè ilé yẹn, tá bá wo ilé yẹn nísìn, ẹ rí pé ilé yẹn ní òkè ìbọn òun ni ó wọnú gbogbo ìwò tẹ́ ń wò yẹn. Fún àǹfààní ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń wò wá, ẹ ti rí pé inú ìwò yẹn ọta ìbọn nìyẹn. Tá bá tún wá lọ sí, kò dẹ̀ ń ṣe ní ojú kan, ìyẹn ní apá báyìí. So tí bá tún wá mú lọ sí ibi báyìí, ẹ rí pé ọta àbọ̀n yẹn ó wà ní òkè fún ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wò wá ní gbogbo ibi tí a ti ń ṣe broadcast yẹn ṣe rí ọta àbọ̀n yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn now ìyẹn lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá tún wo abẹ́ ojú window yẹn ẹ rí pé ọta àbọ̀n kan náà tún wà ní abẹ́ ojú window tí ẹ lè wò ní iwájú àwòrán yẹn gbogbo ẹ̀ náà la máa fi ránṣẹ́ sí gbogbo yín tẹ́ bá wá wo ibi òkè níbi tí louvers wà where the glass are you would also notice the damage from the bullet as well fún ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń wò wá you can also see that there is a damage right underneath tá bá tún wá lọ sí ẹ̀gbẹ́ ẹ̀ tún rí ọta ìbọn tí ó lọ sí inú ògiri so this is to show that they have not come to play they actually came to damage tá bá wá wo àwòrán tí mo fẹ́ fi wọ̀nyí lára àwọn rúfù tí wọ́n já tó fi ìbọn já nínú ilé ẹ mọ̀ pé tí wọ́n bá ń wo ceiling if you're looking at the ceiling and the force of the gun was able to bring down bí àwọn rò pé èèyàn kan sá pamọ́ síbẹ̀ ni kò yé wa bí àwọn rò pé èèyàn kan wà níbẹ̀ ni these are the situation that is so once again these are the current situation tẹ́ bá wo inú ilé yẹn ní sẹ́rí pé àwọn kan wà nínú ilé tí wọ́n ń wo àwòrán tó wà lókè yẹn again those are the internal damage I've shown you the external damage I am now showing you the internal damage of the house so like I speak to you right now the whole house has been literally damage collateral damage let's see.
ṣẹ́ẹ̀rí àwọn tó ò níran àwọn tí wọn ò rówó rí wọ́n rán wọn níṣẹ́ ẹrú wọn ò lè fi sí ọmọ jẹ ẹ wò wọ́n kó owó wọ́n kó jewelries wọ́n kó gold lóríṣiríṣi gbogbo nǹkan ló jí lọ.
So when I told you earlier that they were not only just coming to kill, they also cut away with with wealth belonging to Chief Sunday Igboho. So the question is, if they were working with the government and you haven't been able to see the person you've come to, to pick up, why do you have to steal, nílùú òyìnbó ṣé bó ṣe máa ń ṣe nìyẹn tó bá wá gbéyàn ṣé tó bá wá réyàn wá tún wá jí gbogbo owó tó wà nínú ilé. These are the damage that has been done.
wọ́n wá jalè wọ́n wá pààyàn apààyàn ni wọ́n olè ni wọ́n ọ̀daràn ni wọ́n àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá a ti ṣe sùúrù tó gbogbo èyí tẹ̀wọ̀n ní àsìkò ẹ máa book flight yín kẹ́ máa bọ̀ nílé àti kó.
So that is let's also say again a lot of damage in the building. These are interior damage. You can see there as well. You can see people outside looking into the building. These are all collateral damage as well. Again, let me put the details of that. Again, these are different weapons. I'll be putting the reference number again, as you can see there. Those are the bullets, shells, multiple of them, thousands of them that was used. These are the cartridge rather, that was used, for the damage, wanted to kill Chief Sunday Igboho. I think that's about it. Now let me give you that reference number again. I'll be putting that link of the reference number in just about a few minutes. But if you have a pen and paper, you might want to write it down yourself. So it's number 7, as in number 7 in number with a question question mark. 62, X for X-ray. 39, S for Sarah, T for Tango, V for Victor, and then it says Group A.S. That is the reference number, for this. And again, we'll be putting that out. My team have already sent me that details, and I will be. I'm just waiting for my phone to pop up again. I know so many of you have been calling. You know, I haven't got the time to pick all the calls now. You know, but when I come out, I'll be giving all the latest update that you need to know as quickly as possible as well. Once again, a very good afternoon, good morning, good evening. If you're waking up, you're not aware, there was a big atrocity you know, that took place at the residence of Chief Sunday Igboho today. So, okay, I have all the details. So, how about the reference number? So while I'm waiting, I'll be putting that out. We'll be sharing that. We'll be circulating all this information. Please, we're not taking calls on this particular program. We might take calls later on as well. Okay, now I have the details. I'm going to be putting that on the on YouTube. So this is what I'm doing now. I'm talking about the cartridge number. All these will also be used for the crime against humanity and also crime against Chief Sunday Igboho and the 2 individuals that have been killed. So that details is now on our YouTube. I've pinned it down there. You might want to help me to, I'll put it down later on the Facebook because the Facebook has been playing out for the last couple of days. So just to recap before we bring the you know, the broadcast to an end, is exactly 2 o'clock. Is just to say that the 10 individuals that, yes, Chief Sunday Igboho is fine, I can tell you that, but I won't go into any more details from, you know, from there. All I can say is the Yorubas, we know what to do, but we are waiting to be told what to do. We all know what to do. Every single one of us. Whether you are in the diaspora, whether you are on the ground, whether you are in any part of the globe, every single one of us knows what to do. We've all talked about it, that should situation like this happen, are we all just going to fold our hands and wait for Koiki Media and the rest of the other media and then, you know, to come online and then that is it? I'm asking, it's just a question. It's just a question. We know what to do, but we are waiting to be told what to do. But our father, Professor Banji Akintoye, is able to help us to say, by now, we should have all the Yorubas gathering across every Yoruba land in front of our palaces. If that alone is what we can do today, it is not too late. That will show the solidarity support, not just for Chief Sunday Igboho, but for the 10 individuals that have now been moved away. We do not know where they are. We do not know what kind of treatment they have been given as I speak to you right now. But we are also using this opportunity to tell the international community that 10 innocent lives have now been moved to unknown location, precisely Abuja. Maybe they will move them out of Abuja. We do not know yet. I've spoken to the General Secretary of Ilana Modua, and I can confirm that the rally on Saturday will go ahead as planned. That rally is not going to change. That rally will definitely be going ahead as planned. But what I'm saying to you is, if we all fold our hands and waiting, gluing on the social media alone, that is not going to solve the problem. Our father, Professor Banji Akintoye, has said with immediate effect, we should be gathering and protesting right in front of the King's Palaces. For those of you in Ibadan, you should be right in front of the King's Palace, you know, whether the Olu of Ibadan or the Alaafin of Oyo. None of them have released any statement. I haven't seen any statement from anyone apart from Ilana. But the question is, the Yoruba movement will not stop. The Yoruba movement is not going to go anywhere yet. So that's all I can tell you, and that will definitely continue. The Lagos rally has not been cancelled. The Lagos rally goes ahead as planned. Once again, my name is Olayemi Koiki, the spokesman for Chief Sunday Igboho, and I'll be back again if we have any more development. Bye for now.
Iṣẹ́ wa orílẹ̀-èdè wa.
Kàgbéga, kàgbéga, kàgbéga,
Kàgbéga, kàgbéga, kàgbéga fàlèrè. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé àti dẹrù làbọ̀ mọ́. Ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ni ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lépa. Tẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ ìdè bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo